Hey you guys, this is Camille with another short video for you guys. This particular video is going to be on the incentives that Karatbars International is offering to all of us as affiliates. With this particular video, I decided to do this video because a lot of us who've seen the presentation and joined up with Karatbars International know about the different incentives that Karatbars offers to us upon reaching certain goals within the company. So this video touches bases on what those incentives are and what we need to do in order to achieve the different incentives. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and get that information out there for you guys. Now, looking at the Karatbars incentives, just to touch bases on those to remind you of what they are. The first incentive that we all can reach is a 24 karat gold plated iPhone, and this is once you receive 1,000 grams of gold within your organization. The second incentive is a trip for two to Dubai, and that is with 3,000 grams of gold. The third incentive is a mega yacht cruise, which is 10,000 grams of gold, followed by a two-tone Rolex watch, which is 25,000 grams. Next up is a mid-size standard car, which is 70,000 grams. And just so you guys know, in Germany, a mid-size standard car is considered like a BMW type vehicle. After that vehicle, the next one is a high-end luxury vehicle at 160,000 grams. Vehicles such as Mercedes and Bentleys and things like that, followed by high-end exotic vehicles at 350,000 grams of gold in your organization. And that's when you're looking at like the Lamborghini type vehicles and things like that. The thing I love about Karatbars International with where these vehicles are concerned is that you receive those vehicles with the title paid in full. It's nothing that you have to do on a monthly basis to keep the vehicle. You don't have to pay any monthly payments. The title is in hand and it is your vehicle once you hit that goal. The last incentive that Karatbars International offers is a $1 million villa built anywhere in the world. So you are able to pick the country, city, and state where you want that villa built. And you achieve this particular incentive once you have 1.2 million grams of gold in your organization. Now, what I want to talk about here is reaching those different incentives. So there are some different things that I want to point out and make sure that you guys are aware of. First, the incentives are rewarded based on the grams of gold accumulation within your organization. Thus, the reason it is important that you save and gold consistently and encourage your team to duplicate your efforts and do the same. So many of us are on what's called the accelerated program, where we're purchasing gold on a weekly basis. This is an excellent practice, especially for the purposes of the incentives. So, well, actually, not just for the purposes of incentives, but you also have goals saved up for yourself. But it does help you in reaching those incentive goals because that is what they're looking at, the actual number of grams of gold that are flowing through your organization. One thing to keep in mind is that grams of gold is only based off of purchases through your unilevel. So it doesn't deal with any spillage or people that fall to your dual team from people in your upline. This is solely based off of your unilevel. There is a video out there on my YouTube channel that talks about the unilevel. So if you're not familiar with what I mean, please go take a look at that video to get more clarity on what the unilevel means for you. One other point that I do want to make is that whichever leg in your organization is the largest, that does not count towards the volume of reaching a specific incentive. And I'm going to talk about that in a little more detail. Now, looking at gold accumulation, let's just say this is you and you have enrolled 4 people, and so they're part of your unilevel. Now, through their organization, as you can see in this example, the blue dot has 300 grams, the next one 200 grams, the next one 500 grams, and the next one 100 grams. So when you add that together, that's a total of 1,100 grams in your organization. So one would initially think, oh, I have 1,100 grams, so now I'm qualified for the 24 karat gold iPhone. Actually, that is not the case. With regards to the incentive, remember I stated whichever leg is the largest, it does not count towards you meeting your incentive goals. So in this particular scenario, for the purposes of in the incentive, you actually only have 600 grams towards your particular incentive. So I just want to make sure you guys are clear on that. While you may have a larger volume with regards to grams of gold flowing through your organization, for the purposes of incentives, whichever one of those legs has the most grams, it is not counted towards calculating the grams of gold to help you reach the incentive. So I want you guys to make a note that while one leg may not count today, it may or could possibly count tomorrow, even later in the day. The reason for that is because people are constantly purchasing gold. And because they're constantly purchasing gold, legs continue to grow and they could eventually surpass another. So let's just say, for example, looking at the top, you have that person that has the 500 that's X'd out, and the one that has the 300 just has somebody come into their organization and they wanted to buy 500 grams of gold. That leg that has the 300 now jumps up to 800 grams. So in that case, the leg with the 800 grams will no longer count. So you would just add up the 200, the 500, and the 100 would now make that 800 grams towards your incentive. So just something for you to kind of think about and something for you to kind of watch where your incentive is concerned. Now, if you want to track your progress towards incentives in your back office, you're going to hover over commissions and select the option that says incentives. And this is similar to what you will see once you select incentives. This particular block right here will show all the legs of your personally enrolled, and it will show you how many grams of gold have been purchased through each of the legs of the people you've personally enrolled. Below that, it says you are currently qualifying for incentives with 306.5 grams of gold. This is letting you know that the total of all of your legs at the top outside of that largest leg is 306.5. Now, had they included the top leg, it would be 609.5. But as you can see, if you add that up, everything minus that top leg is that total of 306.5. Now down here, if you look at the status, once you hit the requirement for a particular incentive, it will change from not qualified to qualified. So that's just another area that you can go to watch and kind of track your progress towards receiving your incentives. And another thing with regards to the incentives and the grams of gold accumulation, it does not start over at the end of the month. This is an ongoing flow. So even if it took you 3 years, you will not lose the grams of gold that have been accumulated through your organization. It will continue to grow. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that as well. Well, that concludes the presentation that I have for you guys today with regards to the incentives. I hope that it was very helpful and very informative for you guys. Please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this information with your team, get them to subscribe as well so you all can stay connected and see information on any upcoming videos that may come out that can help you maximize in your business. If you have anything that you want me to address via presentation or need some clarity on some things, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be happy to get that information out there for the masses. I look forward to working with you guys. And once again, I look forward to hearing from you, and your feedback is always appreciated. Look forward to seeing you at the top. God bless.